You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and Subby Mounts Word of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Tennessee's Case Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. I closed my eyes and tried to take a deep breath before heading for my bed. What? As soon as the air starts to enter my lungs, I start coughing violently. All of a sudden, it's like my entire body is screaming at me. I become acutely aware of my own heart rate that is suddenly pounding so hard in my chest that it feels like it might explode. My throat feels raw as if it were on fire, making me cough again every time I try to breathe and put myself together. Crap, this is really bad. I've been so focused on the game and my own performance that I didn't notice any of the warning signs my body was trying to give me. In fact, I've been ignoring all of them, intent on pushing myself to my limit so I can finish this game off as soon as possible. Instead, I've gone so far past my limits that I can't even keep myself on my feet, falling to my knees on the ground and clutching myself while I cough. Yuichi? Yuichi, are you okay? Michimayakin, can you stand? Do you need me to call for medical assistance? Because of my blurry vision, I don't even notice Tanabe rushing to me until he's already crouching by my side, trying to get me to lean on him. I try to respond, but the struggle to catch my breath makes it incredibly difficult. Not only that, I'm beginning to feel cramps all over my body. I need... Here, have some of my water. You're completely soaked from top to bottom. Must be dehydrated right now. Before he's even done talking, I find myself grabbing his bottle and desperately downing it, nearly choking as it goes down my throat, giving me the sensation of swallowing hundreds of needles. I'm so close to puking right now that it's not funny. However, it helps to quiet down the coughing, giving me a chance to finally catch my breath. Fuck, my whole body just pushed down hard on the brakes. I went from feeling so well to barely being able to stay conscious. What the hell am I supposed to do like this? What are you feeling? Can you stand? Here, let us help you to the bench. The Empire has already come down from his chair, trying to help me get back on my feet along with Tanabe and dragging me to the bench. I flopped down onto the cool wooden bench, feeling my entire body give way at finally getting the chance to rest. We'll have someone to examine you soon. They're on their way right now. Yuichi, your heart rate is beating alarmingly fast. How could you put yourself this far? We might have to have you retire from the match, considering your No! I try to protest as weakly as I can, coughing a bit as the words catch on my throat. You'll be examined, but if the doctor decides that you're in no condition to continue, you'll be retired from the match. I'm fine, I just didn't realize how much I was straining myself. I just need to take it easy for a bit, not push myself as much for the rest of the game. I don't like this either, Yuichi, but your heart is racing so hard that I can feel it by simply carrying you. And you looked as if you were about to vomit then and there. I'll be fine. You can barely stand. Get off my case, Tanabe, this has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do... I see. Very well, I shall return to my own bench. You do what you think is best for you and your body. God fucking damn it! Second nail. Oh. Yeah, it's time. Okay. Water time. Remember, y'all, don't be Yuichi. Stay hydrated. Why now? I know I'm not used to playing this hard anymore, but why couldn't I at least keep up for a little bit longer? If I could manage this for one more set, I'd have an actual decent chance of winning. Fuck! Instead, I'm forced to sit back and have a wet towel draped over my forehead and around my neck while a doctor comes over to check on me. He asks me several questions while also checking my heart rate, measuring my blood pressure, and making me drink lots of fluids, among other things. I give him short answers, insistently trying to convince him to let me get back to the game while the man frowns and ignores it. The whole process is a lot longer and more frustrating than I would like. Just the evaluation itself feels as if it's taking forever. Let me play, right now. The only thing I need is to be able to play. You're lucky. You were lucky. You seem to have been very dehydrated, but it didn't go so far as to develop into heat exhaustion. That, plus the excessive fatigue, could account for the symptoms you displayed. I can allow you to continue playing, but I would still strongly urge you retire from the match. It's fine. I just have to avoid pushing myself too hard, right? Besides, this is the finals. Retiring like this, especially when I'm winning, would be pathetic. Are you sure? Yes. I'm feeling much better already. Very well, but if you start feeling dizzy, nauseous, or lightheaded again, you will be made to retire. Yeah. You don't have to tell me twice, I know how this works. Still, at least I get to continue playing. The crowd had been muttering and talking to one another quite loudly, to the point I had a hard time tuning them out up until now, but their voices only seemed to increase with volume now that I've been given the all-clear to keep playing. We shall now resume play. Tanabe and I both head to our respective positions on the court, with him being due to serve first during the second set. The first thing I notice once I get back on my feet and start moving is just how heavy my body feels. It's like my limbs are made of lead. My breathing is normal now, and my heart has settled down a fair deal. My vision is no longer dark and blurry, and my head feels fine, but this is going to be a huge problem. How am I going to move properly like this? No, focus, Yuichi. One second, y'all. Alright, y'all, we're back. That was the Blizzard updater being stupid and taking focus away from my screen anyway. Even if I can push myself quite as much, I still need to get back into the proper headspace. Can I go? Oh, yeah, please do. Crap, I'm focusing so hard on how I'm feeling and trying to get back in the groove that I'm not actually paying proper attention to what's going on. Once I give the all clear, Tanabe hits a flat serve to the edge of the court, making me dash to reach the ball. Immediately, I can notice my reaction time being slower than before, as well as my overall speed. When I do reach the ball and hit it back, I can't impart as much power as I would like to the ball, which instead flies on a shallow arc toward Tanabe's court, far from the very edge like I was aiming for. 15-0. The red panda hits the ball back at the open side of the court, scoring the point even as I try my hardest to reach it. Damn! This is bad. My body really isn't cooperating at all. I used up all my stamina and then some during my match with Keisuke in the first set. Not only am I unable to maintain the same pace as before, but I can't even get into the pace I'm used to. Tanabe stares at me for a while, watching as I head back behind the baseline and take position, ultimately sighing and moving himself so the play can restart. Your ego's gonna be undoing, bro. What, are you gonna act like you're disappointed now? Screw you, don't you look down on me just because I'm struggling a little. Like with the last point, I struggle to find a decent, sustainable rhythm, struggling to keep up as my heavy body refuses to move like I want to. Through sheer grit, I managed to extend the rally a fair bit more than before, but even that isn't enough to keep me in the game. Now that he's able to fully operate like he wants to without me being able to rely on my heightened reflexes to keep up, Tanabe's shot variety and accuracy are soon able to overwhelm me. I can neither anticipate his shots or react fast enough to reach them early enough to put myself in a good position. As a result, I'm struggling to even do anything in this game. Try as I might to reverse the situation, the rest of the set continues in similar fashion, with Tanabe's variety of attacks, refined tactics, and brutally efficient style giving me no inter-quarter. Game Tanabe, 5-1. Fuck! This can't be. This is by far the worst set I've ever had against Tanabe. To barely even be able to win a single game by the skin of my teeth, with my performance continuing to drop as the match continues, my exhausted body simply refuses to keep up under the excessive strain I've placed on it. All my attempts to counterattack are swiftly shut down until eventually I lose all hope of recovery. Even my mind, the only thing that had remained sharp, is eventually overrun by panic and doubt. That is when I well and truly lose. Sometime later. Game, set, and match, won by Tanabe. Count 4-6, 6-1, and 6-0. Even the umpire's announcement of the match results barely sounds like anything more than noise to me. Without acknowledging it in any way, I merely drag my feet toward my bench, beginning to put my things away and covering my head with a towel. I know it's rude to walk out without talking to your opponent and congratulating them, but I fear I don't have the capacity for it right now. I faintly hear my name being called by one of the officials, but that doesn't stop me from pulling my bags over my shoulder and making my way to the exit. I am, however, stopped before I can take more than a few steps with my wrist being grabbed as I'm spun around from behind. I met with the sight of the smaller red panda looking up at me with a complicated expression. Tanabe's eyes scan my face, and I can almost see his brain trying to work out something to say. However, I quickly pull my hand away from him, not having the energy to wait a long time for words that might not even come out. Congratulations. I managed to squeak the word out as I tried once again to make my way outside. Yuichi, wait, seriously, are you well? I'm fine, Takagi. Leave me alone. I don't even notice until his name leaves my lips that we've somehow started calling each other by our first names without honorifics again. For some reason, that realization bugs me far more than it should. Are you sure? I can help you out. You have to participate in the award ceremony. So do you. I shrug. I really am in no condition to stand in front of a bunch of people right now talking about how grateful I am only to be presented with a runner-up trophy. It's not like any of it matters anyway. Anything other than the winning trophy is just noise. Doesn't matter. I need to lie down. Doesn't that mean that you aren't well after all? Leave it, Tanabe. I speak out, cutting him off, almost pleading. Please let me leave. Stop making it a problem. I can't deal with this right now. My whole body hurts. My legs are starting to cramp already, and I can barely stay on my feet. It's become more than obvious that I pushed myself way too far. I desperately need to rest right now. Understood. Having seemingly finally gotten the message, Tanabe bids me farewell, turning around and heading back into the court where tournament officials are already organizing the podium and trophy. From the corner of my eye, I can see journalists rushing to the exit and attempting to intercept me. After all, the runner-up leaving without a word and refusing to participate in the award ceremony would likely make for some interesting gossip to some particular brand of vultures. Thankfully, Keisuke and the others are hanging by the exit, ready to meet up with me and take me away. At the very least, I am thankful for that. I ignore all questions and requests for comments, instead making my way outside as my friends surround me. I don't even notice it at first, but Saya isn't even with us yet. Her match is probably still underway. After all, I lost so fast that she probably hasn't had the chance to finish hers. Pathetic. While I'm being escorted out, Coach rushes toward us, asking Keisuke and the others to see me to the hotel while he sticks around to deal with the media and to congratulate Saya once her match, which seems to be nearing its end, is finally over. In response, Keisuke mentions he's already called a car and that it'll be waiting for us outside by the time we get there. He definitely thinks fast on his feet, I'll give him that. True to his word, the moment we get outside, there's an unmarked black sedan waiting for us with a bull in casual clothes waiting outside. The same one that had gotten Keisuke and I to the venue a couple hours earlier. Once inside, I leaned back, closing my eyes and letting everything else disappear. A few hours later. Before I've noticed it, hours had passed. At some point, I became dimly aware that my bags had been packed for me and left waiting for us to check out. In the meantime, the first thing I did once we got back to the hotel was head into the bath and stay soaking in the hot water for a long, long time, feeling far too tired and sore to do much more than that. Shuichi tried to offer joining me to help out, but Keisuke pointed out that he wasn't a guest at the hotel and therefore wouldn't be allowed. Instead, Keisuke joined me, washing my back and massaging my arms, legs, and shoulders and everywhere else that was sore. Not only was the gesture a lot nicer than I expected, but the massage, as clumsy as it was, did help me feel markedly better. My muscles weren't in agony at the very least. Once Saya-chan and Coach came back from the venue, few words were exchanged between us as the rabbit restrained her glee over winning for my sake. Keisuke tried to offer to have his driver take us back home on the sedan, allowing us to bypass going back to the school at all, but I refused. I already felt awkward knowing they'd probably be keeping an eye on us the entire time. A short ride is one thing, but I didn't want to spend hours in a car with a stranger like that. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that notification bell. I am tired, y'all. I'm going to head out. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!